Morning. Today I'm at the Valley of the Kings. Today I would like to share you an explanation on this plan of the tomb KV8 Mrenptah. He was son of Ramesses II. He was number 13. As we know, Ramesses II got many wives, more than 111 sons and daughters. Mrenptah, he was a king after the Ramesses II reign. This tomb consists of 5 corridors plus burial chamber. For example, here KV8 Mrenptah, 5 corridors, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 plus burial chamber. It is 164 meters. Mummification ruled Egypt 10 years, and 10 years was not enough to finish all the work in this tomb. The first 3 corridors had been finished. The 4th and the 5th we can notice the outlines, and there are unfinished work, no carving in the side chambers, but the burial chamber had been finished. That's known the time of the mummifications, which takes 70 days, around 70 days, so they finished up all the decoration and paintings in the burial chamber. Highlights of this tomb, we can see the burial chamber, the coffin of granite stone. There are a second part of the case of the coffin had been found out the tomb, and there are like the fragments and so restored. So why that's we can see right hand chamber, side chamber, chamber H. That's because of a part of the coffin of Mrenptah himself. There are very important things we can notice. The quality of limestone, when it is good quality, we can see carving. More we go in, the poor quality of stone we notice, so we can find painting. So why there are sometimes carving, sometimes painting, that depends on the quality of limestone. So when poor quality is painting, when they plastered on and then paint on. There are very important thing about this zone or point, well room. The function of the well room was a trap against the tomb robbers. When the tomb makers cut into the cliff, they come in this point and they dig a well, a shaft around 6 meters. The main function, when they finish up, they close up by the wall in this part after the well room, and the decorated well. When the tomb robbers attack or break into the tomb, they found the wall decorated, and they sought the shaft leads to the treasures. So why that is a wall? By the tomb makers' grandsons later, about 1000 or 900 or 800 BC, the tomb makers guided the tomb robbers. So the tomb of Mrenptah and other tombs like Harmhab, like Cities of First, like Ramesses, the same point like this well room had been robbed by the tomb robbers, who guided by had been guided by tomb makers and so on. The second function of this well room was when that's heavy rain sometimes, then the water fall down and save the tomb. And there are theory going to the function of well room also was a props or a test of the bedrock, when the according to National Geographic movie talks about the quality of limestone. When they would like know how is the quality of limestone, for example, they dig a shaft to know how many meters will go into the cliff itself. So 3 different functions, and maybe that's a 4th one, symbolic to cenotaph of the Sukkar Uzir, like according to the text of Tutmosis III, KV34, and so on. So maybe 4 functions, but the logic and acceptable function was a tomb well because of the water of the heavy rain water to keep it. The second was maybe that a trap against the tomb robbers and so on. Again, Mrenptah, son of Ramesses number 2, ruled Egypt 10 years, and 10 years was not enough to finish up all the work in this tomb, so there are unfinished work. A tomb is 164 meters, 5 corridors plus burial chamber, and he was at son number 13 of Ramesses II. That means the first 12 sons died before the father. Thank you again, Mahmoud Tayyib from Valley of the Kings.